Welcome friends, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to make URL Shortener page. You can see it a website also because in the internet you can see URL Shortener. If you search, there are proper sites made up for shortening the URLs. That is the address of the website that you can say or web page you are viewing. So like this page, you can fully functional page you can make it. So what we are going to make it, we are going to make this page now, URL shortener. Okay, so whenever we have to make something, we will have to first think how we will be, what are the steps to make this page. So as you can see, we'll be using HTML, and we'll be applying CSS in this, and then after we'll be using JavaScript to make it functional. So there are three steps to make this full functional website. So first thing is the structure of this website. What is the structure of this website? That is the HTML structure. So let's go to the first step, that is the structure of the website. How we'll be making the structure of the website. First I will be explaining what we have to make, then we'll be making it on the VS Code. So this is the thing that we are going to make it. So there is, as you can see, there is a container here with a good background or border you can say. Then there is a heading or title, URL shortener. Then we have used a label here. Then this is the input box where we will be entering our URL that we have to shorten. We have used some buttons to reload the page, and then one button to sort the URL. In the next, shortened URL is again a label, and after that we will be displaying the shortened URL in this text box. So this is the basic structure of the HTML code. So let's go to the VS Code and let's start making this website. Okay, now we have come to our VS Code. So I have made a folder of URL shortener here. So first we are going to make a HTML file here. This is the new file. So we will be making a index.html. So this is the file is been made. So now we are just going to make a structure of the like our HTML page. So this is, we have just a basic format of this HTML file. This is the doc type HTML, all these things you know. So here we will be putting up a title, like what title we want to give a page to, like we are giving it URL shortener. Okay, so this is the title. Now in the body, as I have already told you what things we are going to add, like heading, then label, and then input box that I told you. Okay, so जैसा मैंने आपको बताया था, as I told you, this is the container here. So we will be first like making a div. We can give it a name container. Then in this container we will have to put some labels. What we have made this container as of now. Then like we'll be putting it a heading, then label, text boxes, and all these buttons that we are going to make. So first we will be putting a heading of URL shortener. Then after that we have put up a label. We are putting it a name, like this is original URL. We are just putting here. And this is the thing that we will be showing it. Okay, we will be saying enter your URL to shorten. Okay, so this is the label that we have made. The wrong double quotes. After that, what we are going to make, I will just make it side by side so that we can just make it clearly. Okay, enter URL to shorten, that we have enter URL. Okay, enter URL to shorten. Then we have put up a input box. The type is text, or even you can make it website also. Right now we are making it text. Okay, and we'll be giving it ID because after that we will be needing it. Original URL. Now we have to show some text in it, like here it is written HTML example.com. This is called the placeholder. So we'll be adding a placeholder, and the placeholder will be anything you can give it. Like I am giving example.com. Okay, and we can close the tag. Okay, the input box is now ready. Even you can see it on the like preview. You can see it while you make it. No, this is the button to show the preview. How the like these things we have made it right now. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, after that we have to what we have to make. We have to make use two buttons. Okay, so we'll be making it inside a div because we have to put it a side by side. So it will be a better thing to make it inside a div. So we are using div class will be button, and in this we will be using two buttons. Okay, button 1 and button 2. So button 1 will be for reloading. Okay, and button 2 is sort or sort it. And look, you have to give some accent to this, so we will be giving some unique identification to this. Okay, because after that we will have to identify it separately. So I am just giving it a unique name, reload button, and to the second one we are giving a unique name, sort button. Okay, so the button thing is clear. Now our div is closed. Then the next thing is the label for sort on the URL, that is the output we are showing. Okay, so this is label for sort on URL. We have already have the commas, and I can just close the label. So what is the heading of this label, or you can show the text of the label, sort on URL. Okay, so label is already closed. Then we need a text box to show the output of the file or output of our input, you can say. So I am just using a text area. In I need a unique identification to this, so it will be sorten URL text area. Okay, you can give any name to this, however I am just giving it. I need columns up to 30 columns. Okay, and there will be rows also, so rows can be somewhere, you can just take 5 rows are sufficient, I think. Okay, and this will be read only because you cannot change it. Okay, so this is the text area, and already text area is closed, tag is closed. So this is all that we need. So this is the basic structure we have already made now. Okay, now the as you can see, there is a vast difference here in this and in this. Okay, now to make it beautiful, this is our base, make it beautiful, we'll be just like using CSS to add the styles to it. So first we will be just saving it, and our output is mostly clear, and we will have to just beautify it. Okay, so make another file. I'll just revise what we have at the last, what we have done. Right now I am just going to make a CSS file. This is the you can say style.css. Okay, so this is the CSS file. Now we are just using this CSS file so that it can be implemented it on our index.html. So we'll have to just show we will have to link this CSS in our main file, HTML file. Okay, so right now I'm giving it here. I'll just give it a link for, and this is style sheet, and the link for it is style.css, because we have already made it in this folder only. So now our index.html file is connected with the style.css. Okay, so okay, whatever changes we will be making in the style.css, now this will be reflected in the index.html now. Okay, so let's beautify our page now. Okay, now we are using some Google fonts to beautify it. So we have imported the URLs for the Google fonts. Okay, then the first thing that we should do is we have to just like whatever we are just doing now, we are making a file. First the default things need to be changed. First the star we will be just changing. Okay, so margin will be, it is a good idea to put the margin at 0 at first. Okay, so that afterwards it doesn't interfere it with our other stylings. So we can just put the padding also to 0. Then outline also will have to change. Outline will be none, and box sizing will be, will be using border box styles. Font family, already I have told you, font family we are using sans serif and Montserrat. You can see how the things are changing. Like okay, like if I don't use it, then this is the font that we are seeing, and when we use Montserrat, then this is the thing that we are seeing it here. You can use sans serif also. So this is the basic like for the full page that we have set these things. Margin we have set, padding we have set, outline and box sizing and font we have set. The second thing comes body. This is the body. So in the body we are just making it like display will be setting, this will be a flex style. Display will be flex. Then we want to align all the item to the center. Okay, you can see here how the things are changing. Okay, aligned, we have aligned the item in the center. Okay, then justify content, this also to be center. You can see the things going to the center. Then minimum height we'll have to see, because to make it better we are just setting it 100 of viewport height. Okay, then we can just put some background color. Right now we are choosing yellow color. Okay, then now the thing comes how we will be going to make like gradient color to this. So we'll be just putting the background image, this will be radial, not none, radial gradient. So this is the function, so we'll be just putting it at 40% as of now. This is hue, saturation and all these things, 28, and then we can set it 100%, 74%, 1 with 0 pixels. We were making it transparent at 50%. Okay, one we have given, and this will be comma here, and another thing will be given, like we are just making the background the gradient style that we saw in the original page, like this type of thing. Okay, so let's to shorten our time, let's make it. So okay, I'm just removing this and putting all these styles here. Why it's not taking? Okay, I think there is some mistake that we have done. Okay, the mistake is like we have put it here 2 times. We'll have to remove it. Okay, now you can see the background is changed to the different colors. You can choose any color. If you change it to like red, I'll say, so this will be like this. So various colors you can experiment here. So right now I have just put up the yellow here. So body is almost okay. Then let's move on to the next container. Okay, because you can see we have put up a body. Now there is a class container. Then we have to style the container also. So this will be container. We'll be styling it with the font size. We'll be just putting, as of now we are just putting it 20, or it will be 100 pixels will be good. 100 pixel is too much, so let's make it something else. Okay, so okay, let's first make all of those things, then we'll be just making the font style also. Let's first make it background. Let's first fill the background. Okay, the background is GBA. Okay, we have just, or you can just say 2.5. Okay, so you can see this is our container now. Okay, and we have just put a 0.25% only. Okay, you can just change it, even you can just make it 0 to see, like, okay, 255. Okay, so this is the white color. You can see what is our container type. Okay, so that we are going to make it. Right now I am just making it 0.25 so that we can just see it. You can see the borders are like 0.8. Okay, we are just making the border radius better. Border radius we are setting. Let's put it to 16 px. You can see the borders are rounded now. Okay, all the 4 borders. Now we have to set the padding also. Padding will be good at you can say 20 pixel and 30 pixel. It's 30 pixel. Then we'll be aligning the text again to the center because it looks good. Minimum width we can decide. It may be 450 px because width also we need. Then this is the important thing, backdrop filter we can use. Okay, backdrop filter. Okay, we want to make a little blurred so that it looks better with 10 pixels. Then WebKit also we can just show. WebKit dot backdrop filter. I will be putting it blur with 2 pixels. And the last thing is box shadow. Yeah, just putting it 0, 4 pixels, 30 pixels. There will not be commas, I think so. Okay, now you can see this border. Okay, box shadow, you can see black one. Okay, and we can change its color also. Help of and we can put 0.6. Okay, so that's that shadow we have just achieved. Now the container is done. Now Now what is the next thing that we have to see? Okay, we have just now we are just going with headings. Okay, we have used heading here. This is the heading that we have used. We will be styling it a little. So h1 we are going to form it. Now this is the font size we are going to use. Okay, font size, let's make it 20 pixels. Okay, 20 is looking small, so we are using it 25 pixels. Margin at bottom, there must be a little space between the board heading, so we are making it 20 pixels. Then color of this, color will be blacks. Good. Okay, so the heading is done now. And what else we have used? Like the next one was the label. Okay, we have to make it label also. So first alignment. These must be left aligned. Like you can see, this is starting from here, this is starting from here. That doesn't look good, so we are just putting it left aligned. Okay, and the font size also we are just setting. Size will be 15 pixels, a little lesser than the heading. Then font weight, let's put it 500. Margin to be set. Margin is 10 and 0. And what else? We can just use the block style. Okay, display will be block. Okay, now it's looking a little better because now it is in the style of the blocks, so it's looking better now. Okay, so this is all for labels. Now the next thing, that is the input boxes and the text area we have used. Let's set its width to 100%. Then padding, let's set it to 8px. We have to put margin at bottom. Margin at bottom you can set to 15 pixels. We have already set. You can see how it is getting beautified with the little changes that we are making it. We are just putting border style at 2 pixels. We want a solid border and we want a, like you can say, black border. Okay, for all the input boxes you can see here, input box and text boxes. This is the black border we have used. What else we can use? We can just make background color as transparent we want. Okay, so that the background at the bottom or the back it's shown here. Otherwise we can use white also, no problem with that, whatever you like. Font weight we are using at you can say 500 will be good. Okay, so this is the text box we have worked with. Now the placeholder, like whatever we have written, http example.com, for that we will have to put input placeholder. Okay, so let's make its color. Okay, a little bit less black. Okay, so this is done now. What else we can do? We can just put the buttons now. We have to style the buttons also. So we will be using display as flags so that it is not looking odd. We will have to make it size also. The gap must be 10 pixels in between so that it is not touching. What else we can make? Okay, again, now the button class, we are just setting its width to 100%. Now it will be covering all the area, whatever area it is having. color we can choose. Color can be like black we are choosing as of now. Then border 2 pixel. Now this is the border of the button we are just talking about. Okay, we are using black borders to get it highlighted. We are using border radius also similarly. We are putting it at 5 pixel as of now so that it's look a little bit rounded now. I'm just using a padding of 8 pixels, and then font weight also we have to put like 500. We are using it. Background color again, I'm just making it transparent so it aligns with the theme. We can use transition also. Okay, so all with this. So what next now? Okay, now we can use we can just move forward with what else we have left. Like first we'll have to save it also. Okay, now button is done, and label, text area is all done. So most of the things are done, I think so. Most of the things are done. Styles, okay, this is not all, okay. Now we'll have to look right now. If I'm putting my cursor over the buttons, there is no effect showing. Okay, we will have, whenever we are putting a cursor on our button, it should highlight. Okay, that is called a hovering action. So we are just putting a hover action over, you can say. So at the time there will be a color of black, you can say, and color will be this one, white. Okay, now you can see right now it's not showing. It will be seen a little bit later when I'll be just formatting it. On the button we have put a hover effect. Okay, one thing is wrong here. Okay, now it's correct. Like whenever I'm just putting a cursor on my button, now it is a black background with a white text. Okay, and text area, so I have to make text area, and I'll have to make it resize. None. Okay, we don't want to resize it. I'll have to close it. Okay, all the things are done. Reload, sort, everything is done. You can just view it in the browser also. Wow, our work is showing. So this is our work that we have just made. I think there are a little bit of changes that we need a border also of the container. So let's make it. Where is our container? Why the container border is not showing? We'll have to debug it. Border, it's body, it's container, border radius. Okay, I think border we have missed, so we'll have to make a border also. Put border also, 2 pixels solid, and color can be black. Okay, now it's looking a little better, and we can just see it here. Our border has come, and everything is okay. However, there is a little bit, there is no gap here, so we'll have to make it also. Where is the problem? Okay, in the padding we have used commas. First we have to just remove it, so that, okay, now it's okay, exactly similar, you can say a little bit similar, a little bit different, a little bit different, however it's okay. You can change the setting. Okay, now what next? Now the part 3 of this video. What is the part 3 of this video? Like, we have made this page, we have beautified it. Now we will have to make some actions in this. What are the actions now? I'll put a URL here. I'll click on reload, and whenever I click on reload, then the page will refresh. Second thing, whenever I put a URL here and I put it sorted, then the shortened URL should come on the this text area. So this is the function, or this is the operation that we want to achieve. So for operations of the HTML page, we will be using a JavaScript file. Okay, so let's make a script file also, that is script.js. Okay, so script.js now we will have to make. Okay, first we are just saving it. Okay, on the script side, like whatever IDs we have given here, now these will be used here. Like we have used sort button. Okay, sort button equal to document dot get element by ID. It's not coming. ID, and what was the thing we have given? We'll have to check ID is sort btn. ID sort button. Similarly, we will be making it. We'll be saving the data in reload button also. Okay, this is the reload button now, and third thing is sort on URL. Document dot get element ID. Now what is the ID given to the text area? ID is sort URL text area. So the same we have to put, otherwise there will be a spelling mistakes also. We'll have to avoid all these things. Okay, now these things are been made. These are the constant, and we have just used the data from our web page now. Okay, we have saved it in our constants. Now we can use it. Now what we have to do is we have to add the event listeners to this reload and sort buttons. Okay, so we'll be just doing it now. Sort button dot add event listener. What is the event that we want to check? This is the click event that we want to catch, and we want to run a function. We can say it shorten URL. Okay, this function, now this function is not available as of now, so we'll have to make this function also. Function shorten URL. Okay, so here we'll be having a original URL. Original URL, where we'll be getting it from? We'll be getting it from here, original URL. Okay, so again, document dot get element ID document. Okay, so this was the mistake that we were doing, so this must be small d. These are small spelling mistakes that can change the behavior of your application or the program. Get element ID we have just done. So what is the original URL and ID? This is the label original URL. Okay, so we are identifying these things with the help of these IDs now. So now we want to have its value. So now we have got it. Then variable API URL, now the fresh URL that we want to achieve. Okay, this will be first tiny URL, we are just using it, so it will be https tinyurl.com/api create.php URL equal to, and after that we will be adding our own encoded URL using encode URI component, and there will be original URL. Okay. So API URL is done now. Now we want to fetch the data, and then we want to have a response. This is the arrow function we are using, response dot text, and after that then data, again arrow function, shorten URL text area dot value equal to data. So it is closed. We will have to some catch the exceptions also, or error also. If there is some error, then what we are going to use, then shorten URL text area dot value to be set to error, unable to shorten the URL. Okay, so this is all. We have closed it, we have just made it. So this is the thing we have made it for sorted. Now we have to just make similarly for reload button also. Reload button dot add event listener. What is the event? Click event, and what we want to make it achieve, we just want to reload the page. So wherever the page is, we just want to reload it. Okay, so this is all we have made it. Okay, so let's see how it's working or not. Okay, so this is the page that we have just made. Let's see it's working or not. First let's show some videos. Okay, just see. This is the video. Okay, I'm just copying its address. Okay, yeah, I'm just putting it here, and I'm just putting it sorted. I think there is some error in this. I'll have to check what is the error. Okay, so let's inspect the things. What is happening? The console, there is no error. There is some issue here. Okay. What is the problem? This is saying an script.js at line 8. Line 8. There is some problem here. Okay, so we are just making it a function. Okay, so I'll have to make it. Let's see. I've already copied the things. No, it's not coming. There is still some problems. Looks correct. Okay, we have just made an error that we have not called this script in the index.html file. That's why it's not coming, because right now our page is not connected with the scripting. So we will have to just, before the body ends, we will have to use script source equal to script.js and just close it. Now let's see it's working or not. Let's refresh the page, put it here. Okay, so I have already copied this page. I have just refreshed the page. I'll just refresh the page. Let's put the URL here and put the sorted. Now this is our fresh URL. This is a tiny URL we have received, so the sorted is working. Now let's see the reload page is working or not. Whenever we click on reload, this page should refresh and all the things must be clear. You can see the things are clear. Again, let's see, let's put a URL here, put a sorted, then clear it. Again, let's check it's working correctly or not. So this is the tiny URL he has given me. Let's open it in another page. So this is the URL that we have received. Let's see, and the same page is here. Okay, so this way you can just make this URL page. So this was all about this URL shortener page. For the next videos, please subscribe to our channel and like our video. Thanks for watching. I understand that this video is been too lengthy, but to learn for step by step, we'll have to give some time, and to understand these things we have to make it. For the next videos, please stay connected. Thank you and goodbye.